How to factor GCFs with negative powers. Example A. Factor the polynomial completely. Here we have 3x to the 6 minus 2x plus x to the negative second power. So it's that negative second power that's a little new to us here. We're going to follow the steps for factoring out GCFs. Let's first find the GCF. Looking at the numbers, it doesn't look that there's any number factor that they have in common. So let's take a look at the variables. Well, they all have an x variable in common. That means we can at least factor out a variable of x. Usually when we factor out a variable, it has to be a variable that divides into all of the terms. That means the variable with the smallest degree. So it turns out our GCF here is going to be x to the negative second power. The next step to do is to divide each of the terms by the GCF. So starting with the first term, 3x to the 6th power, we're going to divide it by x to the negative second power. Generally, when we have a power divided by a power with the same base, we subtract the powers. So this would be x to the 6th minus negative 2. So we have 6 minus negative 2, which is 6 plus 2, and that is 8. Meaning the first term here would be 3x to the 8th power. Next, we have x to the first minus a negative 2, which would be 1 plus 2, which is 3. So we end up with minus 2x to the third power. Last, we have x to the negative second divided by itself. Well, that'll divide out to just 1. So this means our original polynomial, 3x to the 6 minus 2x plus x to the negative second power, factors out to x to the negative second power times 3x to the 8th minus 2x to the third plus 1. We could check to see whether or not this trinomial factors out. It turns out it doesn't. So we are done.